welcome to the Soulful Badass podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Jackson, an intuitive success coach from the UK, and I'm here to help entrepreneurs, leaders, and soul-aligned goddesses to create epic levels of success and impact in your life and your business. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you are tuning in every week for mindset talk, manifestation, magic, and incredible interviews with other soul-aligned entrepreneurs. So hit the subscribe button, and I'd love to invite you to come and join the Soulful Badass community. All the links are in the show notes. Please go and click them, and I'll see you in there. Today's podcast is a bit of an archive deep dive. Now, I got asked a question in MSA this week around how you stop your mind going to that fear zone, that place where you're overthinking, everything seems like you are trailing off in a level of doom, let's be honest. So I remembered a video that I recorded a long time ago for the membership group I was running at the time. And this video is in Magnetic Woman as part of the journey in there. So if you're not a member of Magnetic Woman, make sure you go and check that out. But this video is about how to retrain your brain to think for the positive, how to tackle those moments when you are really feeling that overwhelm and you can't seem to get out of that trail of thinking where you are just spiraling to the worst case scenario. This video should help you with all of that. So it's not too long. It's a brilliant technique, and it's something I use a lot in my life to get me back on track, to reset my thoughts, and to reprogram my brain to think for the positive. So I hope you enjoy it, and please come and join us in the Soulful Badass community and share whether this one works for you. Hi everyone, I'm Rachel, and I am an intuitive life coach and a manifestation teacher. And I want to share with you one of the tips and tricks that I use and I have used throughout my years of doing all this work to change my thoughts so that they've become more high vibrational and I can change them to positive within an instant. So it becomes a bit of a habit, and I want to share this with you. Now, this is one of the thoughts that Gabby Bernstein talks about as well. So if you read any of her books, which are amazing, you'll know all about this. But sometimes it's harder to put things into practice than just reading it. So I want to talk through what I do. With the law of attraction, it's all about vibration. It's all about your thoughts. It's all about your emotions. It's all about your energy. And your energy is currency. If you've got high energy, you're attracting in high energy. You're literally buying more high energy with that currency, this vibration. Whereas if you've got low energy and low vibration, you're buying more of that. More of that is coming into your life. And I bet you felt that. When you feel amazing, you feel like nothing could go wrong, like everything's buzzing. The next thing comes into your path. You get this next synchronicity, the next synchronicity. Whereas when you're on the other side of that, you think, could anything go right? Everything's just feeling the next problem and the next problem and the next problem. And that's because we're attracting that in, and not intentionally. It just comes down to where our thoughts are, where our vibrations are, and where our emotions are on a general basis. So the good thing is, if you're in a low vibe at the minute, you can always go up. Everything can always change. And if you're in a high vibe, you can always get higher. So wherever you are on that scale, you can always shift it. You have the power to do that. And that's amazing. You have that power, because we go through life often thinking we don't have that power, but actually we do. So this is the tip that really stands out for me around how to change your vibration and how to start a trail of thought that's going to be more positive than the one that you're thinking. Because when we're in overwhelm and we're thinking of the worst possible scenario and we're going down that trail of thought, all we're doing is lowering our vibration. Every thought we have, adding more onto it, and it just ends up that we feel crap. And nobody wants to feel crap. So this is what I do, and this is what Gabby Bernstein teaches about as well. And it's about when that negative thought comes in, just notice it rather than adding something else to it. Start to notice that thought How do you feel? So if a thought comes in and you feel guilty or you feel angry at yourself or disappointed, whatever it is, just notice how you feel and then forgive yourself for feeling it. This is the worst thing. We always judge how we feel, and actually just forgive yourself, because these are messengers. Our emotions are messengers coming in to say, I either like this or I don't like this. And that's all they are. So think about what are you feeling? What is it telling you? And then forgive yourself. And when you forgive yourself, you can thank that thought for coming in. So that thought has brought you an amazing gift. It has literally come in and went, I don't like this. And your emotions have went, I don't like this. And then you're like, wow, thank you. You've brought me this amazing message. Now I can look for what I do like. And how good is that? So rather than homing in on the fact, I don't like this is awful, why do I feel this, blah, 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 we can go, thank you, this is amazing. Now I can look at, what do I want? Shift it, rather than going, no, I don't want this. And if this happens, I don't want this. And if this happens, I don't want this. Shift it. Brilliant. Thank you for coming. Now I know what I do want. And even if you don't believe in what you do want, what you can say is, what is the next good feeling that I could feel from this? Basically, this thought is showing up to say, I don't want this, but it can help you clarify what you do want. So make sure you thank it. Thank you for coming in. Now I can look at what I do want. Then you can ask the question, what is the next best feeling I could feel right now? If you're thinking about your money and you're getting stressed about your money, then you could thank it for coming in, but what is the next best feeling I could think? Rather than going, right, I want to be debt-free in a week, because your mind's going to be thinking in the background, you're not really going to be debt-free in a week. I don't believe that. I can't see that happening. Stop thinking silly thoughts. And if you're in that mindset and the belief isn't there, your mind's just going to counteract it. So what is the next best thing you could say that would make you feel better? And what you could say is, I'm open to seeing better ways to manage my money. I am open to seeing more ways for money to come into my life. I am open to becoming debt-free. And can you see how your mind just eases into that and it just lets it flow, because you're open to seeing these things coming. And by saying this, you're actually saying to the universe, I am open to you bringing this to me. Whereas when you're going down the trail of, I'm in debt, this is awful, how did I get into this place? Why am I so stupid? You're going down that place of, I'm in debt, I'm in debt, I'm in debt, bring me more debt. Whereas if you shift it to, thank you for this thought coming in, you have allowed me to see what I don't want, and I really appreciate that. Now, what do I want? I would love to become debt-free. I am open to becoming debt-free. I am open to you showing me the way. I am open to all the ideas to help me become debt-free. Can you see how different that is? So all we've done is change our thought pattern. Rather than going down the spiral that we normally do, we've changed it. Number one, notice the thought that's coming in. Just see how it's making you feel. Number two, forgive yourself for the thought and thank the thought for coming in and giving you that clarity. Really celebrate the fact that you've had this thought and it's given you amazing clarity. So don't make yourself feel bad for having this thought. Really celebrate that this thought's come in. This is amazing. It's telling me what I don't want. Thank you very much. Now I can look at what I do want. And that's the third step. What is the next best feeling we could feel? What is the next best thought we could have? Because once you start thinking, what is my next best thought? You'll get another best thought and another best thought. It won't stop there. We'll go on this trail of positive thinking, and believe me, it works. So I hope that helps. That's just my little tip video on how to change things around. And it's all inspired, kind of all the law of attraction teachers out there teach this stuff. Gabby Bernstein does it. She calls it a choose again method. And it literally does work. It's amazing. So if you've enjoyed it, join the Facebook group. I'd love to meet you, get to know you and see what's going on in your life. So go and celebrate them thoughts and start changing things around. Can't wait to see how it impacts you. Bye.